Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining tonight's Learn More. My name is Angela Robb, and I am a senior division leader with Park Lane Jewelry. And I'm so glad that you joined us. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about why Park Lane Jewelry as a choice when looking to make a little bit of extra income during these financial times, really. And I'm going to break it down as simply as I can, um, and be just pretty much point blank. It's just kind of how I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I say what pops into my head, and I'm pretty much an open book. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or to the person that sent you here, and any of us would be happy to answer any of the questions that you may have. But Park Lane, first and foremost, is a debt free company. They have been around, it'll be 68 years this year, and they don't have any investors that they need to worry about. And we have the highest compensation plan of any direct sales company in America. So, first and foremost, they don't have to worry about paying back investors or anything like that. So, they can actually take the money and put it back into their stylist pay. Oftentimes, people ask, well, how can they afford to do that? That's how, because they don't have a board of directors and investors and things like that that they have to pay. So they don't have to do that. Most comp plans and companies put back maybe anywhere from 25 to 35 or 40 cents on the dollar back into their workforce. And Park Lane actually puts 72 cents on every dollar back into their workforce, which is us. Okay. And they only take 2% off the top to pay themselves. So Park Lane is in the third and fourth generation of the family running the company. Remember, I said that they don't have any investors or anything like that. So it's still a family owned business, and they only take 2% off the top to pay themselves. And then 72 cents on every dollar goes back into paying their stylist and stylist perks. Such as our pay, our compensation program, and stylist trips, and the Mercedes car program, and different things like that. And then we have an amazing and an unmatched hostess program here as a thank you for hostesses sharing their network of friends with us to help us continue to grow and build our businesses, right? And then we have amazing jewelry. Okay, they invest a lot into the jewelry with an unconditional guarantee and an amazing customer buying plan. So, those are the reasons why people come to Park Lane. They come here from other companies, they come here from just ground zero. They've never maybe done anything with direct sales or anything like that. And the comp plan is very enticing here and really can't be matched by other companies. So, to kind of start at the very beginning, say you have no experience whatsoever, you start out at 30%, which is where a lot of companies cap out at. And a lot of times in those other companies, you have to sell a certain volume just to get that 30%, right? Here, you could sell $1 or $3,000 and you're going to make that 30%. Okay. There is no minimums and there's no anything like that that you have to hit in order to make that 30%. However, we have something unique here at Park Lane, which is called a direct to point program. So if you have leadership experience, you would just have a little bit of an interview process where you would talk with someone about your leadership experience, and you could come in at a higher base level, meaning that you could come in at 35%, 40%, 45%, etc. And so your base commission on your initial sales or whatever would be higher. And it's kind of the way that I like to explain it, or the way I like to look at it, is if you are switching jobs, okay, maybe not a career path, because direct sales is direct sales, whether you're selling, body lotion or soap or makeup or a different jewelry, for instance, or you're the CEO of a bank and your bank is closing or something like that, and you want to go to a different bank. You're not going to go to a different company and start out as a teller if you're at a bank, right? No, you want to go in at something that makes financial sense to your family. So we have what's called a direct to point program here, which is unique to Park Lane, where we recognize your industry experience. So you would come over here with your industry experience and be paid comparable to what you were making in your previous business experience, right? So we have people that come here from all other different types of companies and they thrive here because of our program. And I just find that absolutely amazing. There is no like negative reinforcement here. You don't start back over at the beginning of every single month. I absolutely love that because it was really hard in my personal previous company to kind of talk people off the ledge when they'd worked so hard to earn a certain title. And then the next month would start and they're back at square one. And then they have to rebuild themselves and rebuild the people that they built up to get to the point. And then all of a sudden they'd get almost there and the month is over. And now, bam, they're back at the beginning again and they got to start over and rebuild and rebuild. Here at Park Lane, we don't have that. You are always paid at the highest title that you have earned, always. So once you promote, like say you come in, you've never had any direct sales experience and you're making 30%, and you promote up to the next level and you're making 35%. But for whatever reason, things don't work out for the people that you've brought into the business for you, you don't then get penalized for that and go back to 30%. You continue to make that 35% on your personal sales. And then you bump up to the next level and you're making 40% and things don't work out because sometimes it doesn't, right? Sometimes things just don't work out for other people. You don't go back to 35 or 30%. You continue to make that 40% on your personal sales, right? There's not negative reinforcement here where if your people don't do, you don't get. It's only positive reinforcement here at Park Lane. So we continue to make at the highest level that we have earned. And again, Park Lane can afford to do that because they are a debt free company that was really smart with their money in the very beginning of their business. They did not take a profit at all or take vacations at all for the first 13 years that they were in business. They just continued to reinvest their money and reinvest their money, pay off everything, pay off everything, pay off everything until everything was completely owned and they were completely debt free before they ever took a dime of their money. They were really smart and forward thinking in that manner so that people could build a career here and a life here, and I'm so personally grateful for that. um, I'll tell you a little bit about my story and how I came to Park Lane here in just a minute, but I wanted to talk about some of these programs and how any of this is even remotely possible because I think a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about direct sales. They have a bad taste in their mouth about our direct to point program because they don't understand what it's about and how it works and why. And they don't necessarily understand how we can pay our stylist as much as we do, and have such high quality jewelry that has the unconditional guarantee that it has. And it has to do with how the company started out, 68 years ago, being financially sound and not blowing money on things that weren't necessary, right? They didn't take vacations. They didn't build a fancy corporate office. They didn't live in a fancy house. They lived very humbly, and they taught their kids to do the same thing. And now in the fourth generation, they continue to do the same thing as well. So that is a little bit of the history of how the company has remained to be a debt-free company without the board of directors and investors and things like that, with the quality jewelry and some of the programs or whatever. The other program that we have here that most companies will only do in what's called like maybe a fast start program, every single month that you do your business, you can earn upwards of $1,100 in jewelry every single month for the lifetime that you're in Park Lane. This isn't just for your first 30, 60, or 90 days. This is legitimately for the lifetime that you're in Park Lane. Because Park Lane is a fashion forward, designer inspired jewelry company, we are always updating our jewelry for the latest fashions and trends, right? And they didn't want ever their stylist spending their money on the product. They want their stylists putting their money into their homes and into their churches and into their communities. So they built a program in called Rich Rewards. And every single month, in the first 2 weeks of the month, you can earn jewelry just by submitting sales. And then in the entirety of the month, you can earn more jewelry just by submitting your sales. Okay. And that is for the lifetime of being here at Park Lane. So you can use those rich rewards to get the jewelry when it launches. Okay. And I just think that's absolutely fabulous. So we can use that as giveaways. We can sell it if we want to. We can use it to display and to show. And however we see fit, we can do what we want with that. Park Lane also offers 2 travel trips a year for their stylist that are very doable to earn. In companies that I've been in the past, it's like they offer these trips and you have to kind of pay for your own airfare, or you're on your own for meals or whatever. And the goals are so huge that yes, you're going to grow your business, but you're going to die trying, right? Unless you have just this massive following on some social media platform, or um, just in my experience, it's like next to impossible. Here, Park Lane makes it very, very doable to earn these trips. And this is where my story of how I came to Park Lane comes in. One of my best friends ended up having a Park Lane show, and she invited me. I always wanted to be one of those people that could wear really cute earrings, but I never could. I could wear them long enough to get a picture taken or something like that. And then I had to immediately take them out because my ears would start burning and they would get infected really, really easy. Rings would turn my fingers green. I was allergic to something and I did not know what it was. So I was invited to this Park Lane show. I did not know that it was jewelry. I'd never heard of it before. And Park Lane is just based out of Chicago, Illinois, about 3 hours from where I live. I'd never heard of them before. And so to say that I was a little bit disappointed when I got in the show is a little bit of an understatement, because I thought, oh, I don't want to spend more money on jewelry I can't wear. I have boxes of jewelry I cannot wear. And then on top of that, when the jewelry would fall apart from these other places that I'd bought it from, or stones would fall out of it, I felt like I was spending more money than what I'd initially paid for the jewelry, or jumping through hoop after hoop trying to get it replaced, to where you just give up, right? So I got into the show and the jewelry was just exquisite in the online video. Okay. And I was like, she's like my best friend. So I have to order something. And then the everyday customer special: purchase your 2 least expensive items at full price and get up to 4 items at half off. That's a really good deal. And then I heard about the unconditional guarantee, where like even if a child pulls my necklace off my neck or it gets run over with a car, I can contact the stylist and get it replaced. I'm like, that's something, right? So I went ahead and I placed an order for earrings. Okay. And I got the earrings and I put it to the test, assuming I was just going to be sending them back. And a couple hours went by that day and my ears were not hurting. And I was completely blown away. Long story short, I dated a show. I signed up. I didn't tell anybody for 6 weeks because I was terrified of like, who am I going to tell? Who am I going to sell jewelry to? Who's even going to buy it? Right? All these things that go through your mind. You're like scared and you're terrified, and you don't know who you're going to tell, who's going to support you, all the things. So 6 weeks went by, didn't say a word. People started noticing that I was wearing earrings though. And I'm like, I can get those for you, you know? So finally, January of 2022, I decided this is it. I'm telling people, I don't care what people think. I'm going for it. Like, people need to know about this jewelry. They need to know about these earrings. I just want to see what can happen here. I was working full time at the time, in a very, very busy emergency department, third shift. But I'm doing it. I'm going to go live. I'm going to do shows. Some stylists still do in home things. COVID kind of shut a lot of that down. So most everything is done online. So if you're watching this on your phone, you already have a way to do this. Okay. We've got apps. Everything is at your fingertips. Everything is done for you. All of our graphics, all of our word choices, are everything is at the click of a button right on your phone. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. 68 years, it's all done for you. Okay. And anyway, so in January of 2022, I decided I'm going to do this. It was very part-time because I was working 12-hour shifts, nights. I was exhausted. Okay. By August of last year, I earned 2 all expense paid trips to Cabo. And when that trip was announced in July, I didn't even know like really what I was doing, but I earned that trip in like 5, 6 weeks, all expense for 2 people. Now, that means my airfare, my food, my gratuities, my room, everything is paid for. Legitimately, all I have to do is take my passport, my driver's license, and some clothes, and my husband. That's it. And get us to the airport. That's all I need to do. Everything else is covered. And these aren't just like trips, they are experiences, right? And then the following month on my birthday in September, I earned a Mercedes, like a whole Mercedes, the whole thing, right? And I mean, I didn't even really know what I was doing because I was doing it so part time. Well, the blessing in disguise was that my husband had some pretty significant medical issues that happened last summer, and I needed to leave my job. And but I still needed to make an income because we have bills to pay, just like everybody has bills to pay. And I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to be home to take care of him and make money. And Park Lane very quickly not only replaced my full-time income, but then some. And so I was forever grateful for that. And I still am because I'm still continuing to do that today. And then in January, at the beginning of, well, middle of January, they announced a trip for Paris. And within, a few weeks, I earned 2 all expense paid trips to Paris that my husband and I will be taking next March. And then in July, they're going to be announcing another trip. I don't know where it's going to be to, but I will bet you that my husband and I will be going on whatever that trip is because it is so doable here. Park Lane makes it easy. They give you double point period time, triple point period time. If you bring someone into the business, you earn double points on them during certain times. They make it doable. They don't make it unachievable or difficult or hard. And you're still growing your business. They are helping you to still grow your business by giving you the positive reinforcement through rich rewards, through style drops that your customers will want to purchase, through new summer capsules that launch, and fall capsules and a summer collection and a spring collection and a fall collection. They're always doing things to propel you forward and move your business forward. You're in business for yourself here, but you're never by yourself. We have an amazing team, an amazing tribe of women that all collaborate and work together to help one another. And it's unlike anything I have ever experienced ever before, in anything I have ever done, whether it be a brick and mortar job or a direct sales position. Um, it's it's just absolutely amazing, and it is truly a career. There are women who have been here for 10, 13, 20, 30, and 40 years that have made a career from changing women's lives, one earring at a time. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's actually something to be very proud of and thankful and grateful for. And it's a family, and it's a family owned company that takes pride in what they do and in what they offer and in who they help and in who they serve. And they are a great Christian company that truly and genuinely cares about their stylists, their customers, their hostesses, and everything in between. There is a family member literally pretty much in every office of our home office taking care of everything. They oversee everything, and they make sure that everything is taken care of and that everything is well thought out and well planned. And they're there to answer questions. They listen to us in the field. If we have concerns, if we have ideas, if we have questions, if we have whatever, they actually listen to us. And it's just above and beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. Was I skeptical at first? Yes. Did it sound too good to be true at first? Absolutely. But when I got into it and I continued to go and grow, every single day I'm amazed. Every single day I'm blown away. Every single day I'm like, holy buckets, like where did this come from? They move and groove to the trend of what's going on. And if you think about what all has happened in the world and in the economy in 68 years, they've been through it all. They've been through the ups and downs of the economy. They've been through wars. They've been through presidential changes. They've been through all of it, and they have continued to grow and build and thrive. So if you are looking for stability, if you are looking for a company that's not going anywhere, if you are looking for a company that has not changed their comp plan in over 40 years except to enhance it, this is where you need to be. If you are with a company that is merging with other companies, if you are with a company that is changing their SV or their CV or anything like that, um, to make things maybe a little bit more difficult for you, maybe a little bit more profitable for them, you might want to start kind of thinking outside of that box and maybe be a little bit more forward thinking about what makes better financial sense for you, and be thinking about what's good for you and your bank and your bottom line and your bottom dollar. Because I'm here to tell you, when I first started, I would probably be a lot further than I am had I not kept it a secret for 6 weeks, worrying about what will people think, what will people say, who's going to buy jewelry, who am I going to sell jewelry to. I'm the person that has to answer to me and to my family, my household, and I would be a lot further along had I not worried about what everyone else was going to think. Because I will tell you this: women love jewelry. Park Lane makes it fun. Park Lane has amazing designs, and women continually come back for more. We have amazing style drops. I have so much jewelry on my desk right now. But Park Lane has amazing style drops that come out every single week. And you think, well, how much jewelry does a woman need? Um, I just told you there's women that have been in this business for 5, 10, 13, 15, 20, 25, and 40 years. Okay. When new things come out, they coordinate with some of the other things. And so it all kind of intertwines and weaves together, and people come back and they continue to buy more because it's good quality, because you provide good customer service, because people love the company, because people love you, because people love the jewelry, because they know they're getting quality, because jewelry is the number one gifted item. When jewelry is gifted to you, if you were to go to your jewelry box right now and you have an item that was gifted to you, you can tell me who you got it from, when you got it, and why, right? So when you gift the gift of jewelry, or you have someone that gifts the gift of jewelry that purchased the jewelry from you, they're going to know those same things: who they got it from, when they got it, and why. Isn't that something really cool to be remembered by? I mean, seriously. And when you're putting in a little bit of elbow grease and just showing up and showing the jewelry and talking about it, and people purchase it, and then they're out and about and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your necklace. Where did you get your necklace?" And they say your name, and then all of a sudden you have this new person that joins your group that purchases that necklace, and they say, "My friend so and so told me about you." It's such a wonderful feeling. And then you gift a referral gift to that person, and they're like, "Oh, I got this as a gift from my stylist so and so." And it just continues to go and grow from there. And it is just the most amazing and wonderful feeling. So, to summarize, there's a lot of amazing programs here. You make anywhere from 30 to 50% on your sales. If you have, previous leadership experience, you could come in at higher than 30%, obviously. We have a Mercedes car program that is very easily earned if you're willing to put in a little bit of elbow grease. We earn upwards of $1,100 in jewelry every single month. Park Lane's always throwing extra stuff in there too, by the way, all the time. Drawings for, you know, Gucci purses and Kate Spade bags and all kinds of things. They're always adding stuff in. Always. There's so much sometimes that I can't even keep track of it, because they're always adding gifts and things in. They just recently added in an opportunity to win trips to Paris last week and this week, and a trip to Las Vegas, and they're just always adding stuff in. They're always spoiling us. And the best training, everything is at your fingertips. Everything is done for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. And one of the highest pays in the industry, one of the best host programs in the industry, one of the longest running debt-free companies in the world for direct sales. the highest quality jewelry with an unconditional guarantee. I mean, I know I'm forgetting so much. I'm forgetting so much. I just get so excited and I forget and I can't help it. We've got Sparkle Box program that's absolutely amazing for our customers and for us too. I mean, I love our Sparkle Boxes as well. Um, but if you have any questions at all whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Don't hesitate to reach out to the stylist that invited you to this group to watch this video. We are happy to answer any questions that you may have about anything. We're all an open book. I'm definitely an open book, and I will answer any questions that you may have openly and honestly. If I don't have the answer, I will definitely get the answer for you. And I would love to welcome you to my team or to Park Lane. Um, don't overthink it. What can it hurt to give it a try just for a season? It's only $99 to get started. You get $500 in jewelry that you get to pick out yourself and that you get to wear, share, and show. Okay. And you can just give it a try for a season. Give it a try for the summer, depending upon when you're watching this. I mean, um, but yeah, you can just give it a try. Give it a try for 30 or 60 days. Whoever brings you into this business is going to do your launch show for you and help you get started and get you in all the places that you need to be into to get you started. And you have nothing to lose. You're getting $500 in jewelry for $99, and it's really a win-win. You have absolutely nothing to lose. So, um, I would love to welcome you to the Park Lane family, and I can't wait to see your name in lights with us really, really soon.